Hey you guys, so I'm gonna share a message with you. I was doing a reading for myself this morning, and when I was pulling the cards I was kind of getting a collective type of message. So this definitely is going to resonate to a few of you out there. So I wrote it down, but I want to show you the deck that I pulled from. It's the Ancestral Path Tarot deck, and I don't normally pull from this one because the deck is huge. You know, these cards are really big. But today I decided to pull from them, and the card I got was the World's card. Okay, it's right on the back of this box too. So the World, it's like completed cycles, lessons learned, you graduated. All right, that's the energy that I'm pulling. Endings, new beginnings, that type of thing. Another thing that I was pulling from this reading that I did, it was balance being restored on a global level. Okay, so if you pay attention to the news, the media, you can definitely see that kind of playing out right now. All right, Spirit was really showing me that, you know, there has been a lot of illusions still placed or still intact, or people are still buying into things that are not real, that's being broken. All right, and I also want to point out the message, another message I was getting with this World's card, that it doesn't have to be just a global situation. This could be your personal life. So kind of take these messages how they fit. Okay, some of you may have had some type of mask or illusion on a situation in your life that you've been dealing with for quite some time. And this could be in your career, this could be in love, this could be in whatever area of your life that you felt you've been battling with, your health. Like there has been a illusion placed over that. You know, you've been kind of looking at that situation from a false lens. Okay, and so Spirit is really showing me, like, at this time you don't have to keep replaying past events in your head. You don't have to keep accepting what the old situation was, the old story, the old, you know, whatever. You don't have to take the old. Okay, you can really accept the new things. All right, like for example, like if you have been in a relationship or you've been with people that you feel don't value you, don't commit to you, that doesn't have to be the story. Especially if you want commitment or you want marriage, you want that type of thing. Like you can have that. Don't be afraid to like take things that make you feel good. Don't be afraid to accept things that, you know, will help restore things that have been imbalanced in your life. Okay, the same applies for, you know, anything in your life that's been imbalanced. Some of you may have been in jobs that just don't really satisfy you anymore for whatever reasons. New jobs could be opening up. They may not be, you know, in your current company. They may be in a different company, in a different state, different country. Like there's some type of change here. There's some type of huge movement that's taking place. So don't be afraid to like accept that. Don't be afraid to do something new. Don't, you know, be afraid to take risks that you feel like you should take at this time. I was also seeing like some of you, you know, you've been working on certain projects, or you've been guided to start a certain project. All right, it's time to do that. It's time to go ahead and get that started, because, you know, like I was picking up on like your participation is needed. All right, that's why I'm making this video, because Spirit's like, go ahead and stop playing. And I was like, all right. But Spirit was like, you know, your participation in this global, you know, balance, it's needed. All right, some of you may write books. You may put out a book that may affect millions of people in a positive way. So you just, like, you never know. Like Spirit wants you to do certain things for a reason. You're guided to do certain things for a greater reason. I was also seeing, like, for some of you, certain people are going to be placed along your path for you to like have your moment, or for you to have whatever these things that you've been desiring. Okay, it's different for everybody. All right, they started showing me like certain agreements. I wrote this down. Certain agreements have already been made by us that want to make the world a better place. And I kind of like, I'm not really sure if this is like, you know, like your soul contract before you come to earth. Like you signed this thing and now you have to go ahead and fulfill your duties. Like it could be that. I don't really know. But you know, that's what I was picking up on this message. I was also seeing, like, for those of you that like really are, okay, so I'm seeing like some of you really have a, you know, a role to play in making this world a better place, okay, whether you realize that right now or not. All right, but you have guides, your ancestors, you have spirits around you that are really like pushing you in the right direction. They've been showing you signs. They've been, you know, really walking with you along this path. Okay, don't feel like you're doing this by yourself. Okay, you're definitely being supported at this time with whatever new things that you're really being guided to do or step into. Okay, I was also seeing marriage that was coming up, like romance. Some of you desire to be in a committed relationship. Okay, so when this person comes into your life, don't let your past like push this person away. Like, you have to be aware of what you're saying yes to and what you're really accepting. Like, you can't say you want to be in a committed relationship and then when someone tries to get close to you, like, you run away from them because of what you've experienced in your past. Like, you got to let that go. You got to come to terms with that. You have to, you know, find a way to accept the situation for what it was and move forward. Like, this is really about focusing on the future, not about what happened back there. Like, that doesn't matter anymore. That's what Spirit kept showing me in this message. It was like a warning, like, be aware of yourself, be aware of what you're doing. You know, like, you want a new person, but you don't want to do the things to be in alignment with this person. Then you're going to end up rejecting these offers that are coming your way. So just be aware of that. And I was also seeing, for those of you that like the thing for you is marriage, like, I was seeing like you may produce a child or children with this person, or your marriage is going to be very fruitful. And then I was also seeing that these marriages, they're going to help benefit the world, whether you realize that or not. Like, some of you are being placed in certain marriages or connections or commitments, whatever you want to call it, and it's not just a, you know, it's not just going to have a personal effect. Like, you're going to be able to uplift a lot of people. This could be in your family, but I see like it's bigger than just like family. Like, you're going to really, it's like some of you are going to be placed on maybe a public platform, or, you know, something like that. It's going to have a positive effect. Okay, so these are things that are happening at this time. And then I started like getting back, they started showing me again like the illusions. Like, really be aware of that. They said don't settle for what you feel or know you don't deserve, because some of you have already been through these lessons. We've seen millions of readings. We done had all these readings done. We've had all these experiences. Like, we have all these signs. You've read all these books. You watched all these videos. We've learned. Okay, we got all this knowledge. It's here. Like, we're connected. Like, you don't have to keep accepting things that you know you don't want. You don't have to keep doing that. That's what Spirit kept saying. I was like, okay, I get it. And so yeah, there's new opportunities that are opening up at this time. Okay, in whatever area of your life that you feel, you know, hasn't been balanced, it's being balanced at this time. Don't be afraid to like take new things. Don't be afraid to step into new projects. Don't be afraid to meet new people. Spirit is saying, like, be open. Okay, stay optimistic, stay lighthearted, but be open for these new things that are, you know, really taking place at this time. If you feel guided to do something, whatever that something is, do that. Okay, only you know what you want to do. Okay, and don't be afraid to just take risks. Don't be afraid to go after the things that you want. If this is a message for you, you're gonna know. Okay, this is just another confirmation. All right, but just don't be afraid to go forth, go after the things that you're being guided to go after. And then yeah, don't talk yourself out of a good thing. I wrote that down here. And so I was pulling from another deck and I kind of got a timeline. You can see this message and you can resonate to this at any time. Okay, so don't, you know, get caught up too much in the time. But I did get time here. So some of the cards that came out were a year from now, perfect timing, and then yes. And so how I interpret these cards, some of you are there's already a change here. The change has already happened. Okay, the situation that you've been through in your past, it's already done. You've already learned the lessons. So now you have these new things that are opening up for you. Okay, new relationships, new career paths, new friends. Like, there's new energy coming into your life. Don't let the past hold you back. Don't feel like it's always going to be the same situation, because things honestly do change. It takes no time for things to go from 0 to 100. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind. Some of you, if you decide to say yes to the new things that are opening up to you at this time, maybe in a year from now, you know, it'll be at its full form, you know. So try not to limit yourself right now. Try not to like push away things that you really do desire or you want to experience in your life, or push away things that you know like you feel led to do. I was also seeing, like, for some of you, you've already started a project, or you've already, you know, gotten to know a new person or whatever. Like, don't be afraid to like put your all into that. Like, don't limit yourself in any way. Okay, so this is very interesting, this message. I hope that it was helpful. I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. You guys take care, and I will talk to you later.